Boxing King Media in association with Boxro, Meadowhall, Sheffield, Sonny Edwards, headlining. I feel like I should say your hometown, but it's not your hometown, is it?
My adopted hometown. I've spent my whole adult life here, so it just depends how you want to chop it up. And my accent's stuck somewhere between Sheffield and London. I don't know where, so.
According to some of your accents, somewhere between London and Southeast Asia.
No, I don't know. Wherever they want to put it. I mean, if it weren't, they wouldn't say it, would they?
Definitely. Felix Alvarado is in town. Biggest puncher in the flyweight division. Would you agree with that?
I don't know. I've not felt a punch yet. Records can be very deceiving. I know I punch harder than my record suggests, as my opponents would tell you. And, you know, he's knocked out 33 out of 38 wins, and maybe that just means 33 people shouldn't have really been in the ring with him. I think it's hard to really pick too many impressive wins really deep in his record. So, yeah, we'll see. I think he's definitely a good fighter, and I'm definitely expecting a hard night of work, but you know, I'm looking forward to it. I want the big challenges. I want the big threats. I'd prefer someone to be dangerous than to be a banana skin, do you know what I mean? So I know what to expect. He's going to be coming, trying to pressure me, trying to hurt me, trying to, you know, land big punches the whole night, and it's my job to not let that happen.
Does it concern you that he stopped 31 of the 33 inside 6 rounds? Because depending on, you know, obviously level of position does come into account, but the fact that he's continuously stopping them all under 6, does that mean anything in boxing?
Like I said, it just probably means that those 31 opponents shouldn't have been in the ring with him, shouldn't be in the same ring. I matched myself fighters that I shouldn't have been stopping, so when I wasn't stopping him, it was no surprise. It's simple as that. I mean, yeah, he stopped a few people that I have boxed and not stopped, but, you know, I never proclaimed to be a big puncher. He's also had close fights. He's also lost. I've never lost. I don't know how to lose. I can prepare to fight Felix Alvarado, get bigger, get taller, get stronger. People pushing on me. So I don't think he can prepare for me, especially not in Nicaragua. I think what I do is, you know, you can't imitate it. You can't duplicate it. You can't replicate it. So what I do is one of one. I think I've got a style that people, you know, they spend 36 minutes trying to adjust to, and just by the time they think they're getting the pattern, the fight's over. Do you know what I mean? And I've won every round in between, so I feel like it'll stick the same, but, you know, I can't overlook anyone at this stage. I can't, you know, take anything for granted. Felix Alvarado is a very dangerous opponent. His record tells us that. He's a former world champion, moved up as a champion, so he's going to have every belief that he's still a champion for this very belt at the weight below. So, yeah. But Lisa's going to jump in now, so I'm going to have a little watch. Then I'm going to go backstage, and then we'll catch this one after, if that's all right.
Your ring walk. Something tells me you're coming at a bit of a dedication to one of your favourite fighters.
Yeah, one of my favourite fighters, one of my inspirations, stylistically, the sort of the attitude, the arrogance he brought to the ring. Yeah, obviously I'm fighting in Sheffield, my adopted hometown, so I wanted to give a little nod to the, you know, the greats before me. So you might see a little bit of leopard print in there on.
Somebody's told me apparently you was planning to come in on a flying carpet as well.
We didn't have that in the budget.
What's happening with that? Have you got something special planned for your ring walk?
Nah, nothing. Like, the thing is, I can't really buy into all of that. I just like walking to the ring and having a fight. Maybe I should buy into the whole showbiz a little bit more than I do, especially on fight night. But I'm there for business. I mean business, and the only thing I'll care about is defending this world title and pushing on to the bigger fights, the bigger platforms, and, you know, really making my name in the sport.
I just want to quickly ask you, Sonny, about Twitter. A conversation's never over with you if nothing's happening on Twitter. And I've just logged on. I've seen earlier today you've had a big go at Trey Geordie over his thing with back and forth with Andrew Tate. You know, where do you stand with all that?
No, I think it's disgusting. I think, do you know what? I think he can say what he wants, and then he can just put an apology out and think it's okay. You can't, you know, you can't target a whole religion and say. And bear in mind, Islam, in my eyes, is a beautiful religion, and I don't think anyone can have the right to question, argue, decide someone's faith and the sincerity of it. I think that's bang out of order, regardless of who you've been before, what you've said before. Like, no one has that right to say. So for him to say, oh, if he wants to prove himself as a Muslim, he needs to blow himself up, that is ridiculous. And the fact that he's not been completely struck off all YouTube monetization, every video he's previously posted, the fact that that's not the case, highlights a bit more the speaking points right now. I'm not going to go into too much, you know what I mean, because it's sensitive, we know it is, but, shout out to my Muslim brothers, and if anyone was genuinely offended by that, then, I'm not apologising, but I feel sorry for the people that will take great offence to that, because, there's enough division in this world as it is. There's enough reminders that we're all different, we're different races, we're different religions, different cultures, different classes. We get reminded all the time. We don't need a fucking muppet on YouTube, a fat fuck that fucking has just tried making a name for himself in the boxing world, just hounding Tyson Fury, very disrespectfully and very rudely. Like, people like that shouldn't get access into boxing, because we risk our lives, real talk. We genuinely dedicate and then risk our life every time we step in the ring. So no one has any right to be sort of telling people who they should be fighting, who they should be fighting, when they should be. You don't have that right. You don't have that jurisdiction. You do not have that say, in my opinion. Especially not some fat muppet fucking like dildos up his ass on fucking YouTube. I'm not having it, if I'm on it.
And just the last one on that. What do you think of his apology?
Loads of bullshit. He even was so proud to say it. He said it again. He even said it again. For those that missed it, in the apology, you would have heard it again. So he weren't sorry at all. Like, he wanted to say it again. He thinks he's funny. He thinks he's playing a side. And you know what? The reason why, I don't know, he went straight up against Top G. I don't know. Maybe he's getting advised to. Maybe he's getting paid to. Who knows? I don't care. I just think he's a fat muppet, to be honest.
Sonny, it's a deep subject we'll talk about more in the week as it comes along. It's not for a media day, so enjoy your media workout. We'll catch you soon.
No, appreciate it.